Hey, it's dead on a Wednesday, man. We're talking the middle of a hump day, man. It's like noon on a Wednesday, middle of the week. And kind of hazy skies out here. The lighting kind of sucks, so you have to live with that. And I got a question for you. You like pork skin? Southern favorite. We love pork skins down here in the South. You know what pork skins is? You know where they do? Yeah. You don't know, go to the store and get some. They're good. Maybe don't eat them up there in the North or over there in the high-fluting society. You know, of course, old George, your boy, used to like pork skins. You know, he took pork skins to the White House. But we like them. Except there's something wrong with these. They're not real. Nope, they're fake. They're these things you can get at H-E-B that's actually made out of flour, I guess. They're all fluffed up. They look like pork skin. But they taste pretty good. They got, you know, flavor on them. But they're fake. So what's the deal with fake? I got a problem with fake. I got a problem with fake people. I got a problem with people who speak one way and talk another. Fake people. So I want you to watch this video and kind of get a drift. You know, this is from Bill Maher. Watch this.
But you see, I can say that because I'm a non-Christian, just like most Christians. And Christians, I know, I'm sorry. I know you hate this and you want to square this circle, but you can't. I'm not even judging you. I'm just saying logically, if you ignore every single thing Jesus commanded you to do, you're not a Christian. You're just auditing. You're not Christ's followers. You're just fans. And if you believe the earth was given to you to kick ass on while gloating, you're not really a Christian. You're a Texan. All right. Thank you very much.
No, you're not really what you say you are. If you say one thing and you do another. So how can you do that? I want to address those Christians out there who are the ones Bill Maher is talking about. I think it's Bill Maher. Sorry, dude. Bill Maher. Anyway, there's an article on TruthDig a couple days ago called Highly Debatable, The Big Liar's Biggest Lies. He was talking about the problem that the Prez had, oh bam bam, at the, you know, the now infamous debate, you know, that they say the Prez lost. I don't know. I didn't see it. But he says, it's not easy to debate a liar. This guy does. It's Joe Conason. It's not easy to debate a liar, complained an email from one observer of the first presidential debate, and there was no question about which candidate he meant. Prevarication, falsification, fabrication are all familiar tactics that have been employed by Mitt Romney without much conscience to him ever since he entered public life, thanks to the inviolable taboo in the mainstream media of calling a liar a liar. And they don't do that in the mainstream media. They don't say, you are a liar. He is a liar. I mean, they'll nail you on lies sometimes, but they won't say, that was a fucking lie. And they won't even just say that was a lie. This article goes on to list a whole bunch of things that Romney has lied about, what he lied about in the damn debate. And then this is how he concludes. He says, the examples cited above hardly exhaust the deep well of dishonesty in the Republican campaign. What Romney has done presents a fundamental challenge to the American political media. Will news outlets hold him accountable for baldly misleading voters? Are they capable of confronting his continuous mendacity with basic facts? Some have made a beginning, while others have scarcely even tried. If that isn't their responsibility, then they no longer have any purpose at all. Well, they have a purpose, but it doesn't serve us. The purpose that they have is to program America. Sound conspiracy theorist, don't it? But it's true. Look at who owns the media and who controls the media. They're not there to tell us the damn truth. And I'm including all the network media, Fox News, at the fucking top of the ladder. Even though Fox News is the one that's always saying, yeah, it's the media, they're on Obama's side. No, they're not. They're on the side of the one they want to win. That's whose side they're on. They're never going to say he was lying about that, because it would be counterproductive. But there's another side of that coin. You got the Republicans who are liars, who are rich, who are loaded, who want an American empire with them at the top. And then you have this big bunch of Tea Party, right-wing, religious nutcases at the next level down in the Republican Party. And beneath them are all of these religious people who won't listen to anything except their own approved news sources. News in quotation marks. You know what I mean? Not news as in reality, but news as in this is what you're supposed to listen to. That's the way it is in religion. I know 30 years I was in there. In 30 years I didn't listen to what I was supposed to until I started listening to what I wasn't supposed to. So let's move on. An article on secularnewsdaily.com says, Moral Morass. Religious rights groups love to judge your ethics. How are their own? I got an email. October 8th by Rob Boston. Rob Boston brings up the point about this guy named Nathan Spruill, who was convicted of registration fraud. Was he convicted or was he indicted? I'm not sure. Anyway, this guy has been fucking around with the law and registration, voter registration, illegal. And then they point out that in the 1990s, he was a field director of the Arizona branch of the Christian Coalition. Remember those dudes? They're still around. And he gave a talk back then about how to infiltrate local units of the GOP. How to infiltrate local units of the Republican Party. And what was his major recommendation? This guy Boston says Spruill urged attendees to become precinct committee chairs in the Republican Party, but not to let anyone know the Christian Coalition is behind their move. Boston said the idea was to build a presence in the GOP and get sent to a national convention and help pick the party's presidential nominee without telling anybody they had a separate agenda. Boston says, this is a pattern I've noticed from years of attending religious right meetings. There's a lot of deceit. People are told to hide what they're really about or to use stealthy techniques to infiltrate political groups. He says they are so quick to judge others, yet what are their own ethics like? He says they endorse an ends justify the means theory of politics and engaged in slash and burn forms of character assassination. He says they embrace people like Newt Gingrich, you know, Newt's dipshit, and to actually charge a serial adulterer with the task of lecturing the nation on the need for traditional marriage. And they align with Ralph Reed, whose ethics are for sale to the highest bidder. And they attack gay people and drive parents from their gay children and have the audacity to call it pro-family. And they urge pastors. This is where it starts. Rubber starts hitting the road. They urge pastors to ignore the law and politicize their churches by endorsing or opposing candidates from their pulpit. So what we got here is we got a group of Christian leaders in alliance with the richest people in the country, pushing an agenda that they know damn well is not going to happen. No. Do you think the Christian right leaders think they're going to get that stuff through and turn this into a Christian country? No, they're not. And they know that. And that's not their agenda, because they have another level. They have 3 levels, not 2. They're not trying to get in so they can extend a Christian agenda upon the GOP and get it in power so they can turn the country into a Christian country. There's something more to it than that. They are liars, and they are deceivers, and they're idiots, and they know people are stupid, and people are foolish enough to believe their shit because they know how religious people act. They know how you, if you're a religious person, acts. They have you pegged, buddy boy. They tell you what to read. They tell you what to think. They tell you where to look. They tell you what is bad and what is good. And they control you. It's just like Bill Maher said. Say one thing and do another. They do it covertly and push you into do it out of ignorance and stupidity. Open your eyes, people. There's more to this. Go to part 2, and I'll take you there. Just believe me, there is. If you think believing your faith and following your faith involves following these idiots, these eggheads, these liars, these deceivers, then you are so dead wrong. And you are committing national suicide without even knowing it. Don't be stupid, people. Don't be stupid.